Hey, what's up, everyone? Um, I believe we're in a position to either go in a 5% correction or start to go on a bear market. Where there's two scenarios. Scenario number one, we may be in the position now that we are going in a bear market, or um, we reach a certain level, which I believe it's going to be 750, then either crash or go in a bear market. Before we go there, reason why I believe that, I'll show it to you. Everybody knows that after COVID, um, we ramped up the way how we grow our economy is a lot, different, a lot faster and more volatile than how it was back in, the 2000. So right after the financial crash, we really have like a basic growth, not a whole lot. Um, Really, our focus on growing the economy is one, stabilizing the financial system, the monetary policy expansion, regulation reforms, uh, employment and recovery. That's one of them. That's a big factor right after the financial crash. The debt. How they fix the debt. And during that time before COVID, I think one of the biggest shift towards, uh, towards like COVID is really innovation, right? So if you look at it, I'm going to put this chart. It's insane how this works. Look at this, 2011 until the top of 2015. That's that's been our growth. It's been our growth for 4 years. 2011, 2015, 4 years. 4 years. That's the same until 2020. Check this out. I'm not changing or shifting this. I'm just going to move it. So from the bottom here to the top here, I'm going to move it to the bottom here because that's been the support. And to the top there, it's the same. That's from 2011 to 2019. Same thing until 2020. Bring that to that bottom there until we start to crash. That's the 2020. Right after that, things changed. It's been so volatile. It's been fun writing it if you're making a lot of money, but also it sucks. Um, I've been trading since the 90s, and this is like the one thing. 2022 was one of the worst bear market I've ever seen. So check this out, right? And I'm a big believer of two-legged pullbacks, and this tells me where we're going to be, pretty much in the future. So using the same square rectangle, um, gauge that I have, if I do this bottom here and I do this top here, which is the top of this one, COVID bottom, all the way peak. Okay. If I move this, that's my first gauge. If I move this to the bottom of this one of 2020, I think this is 2022. The bottom of 2022 bear market. It should match to the peak of 2024. Look. Do you see that? And then we crash. So same thing as this one. Bottom, peak, we corrected. Bottom, peak, we corrected. Insane, right? So now there's two scenarios for this. So scenario number one for me is I'm going to use this support level right here. because we went up a little bit and then kind of corrected to test this support level right here. All these charts trying to break, it took months for it to break a lot higher, and it did a retest to go up higher. Again, two-legged pullback, right? So if I do this, if I retest this, use this level right here, using that peak, using this bottom right here, and move this box, we are showing that we're in almost 680 for a correction. We're almost there. And I think this is where we're going to correct. And during this time, what's happening is China, holding back the rare metals, and you got Trump giving 100% tariffs. China currently, I truly believe China has us in this one, because they haven't even said anything, and we're starting to correct, right? I'm still hopeful that they're gonna fix it. Things will go back to normal, and then we'll go up higher. So scenario number one is using this level, we're at the level of correction already. Okay, or either we start to enter a bear market. Scenario number two, if I go back using the bottom of this one, using the peak of that one, right? So the bottom and the peak before we actually corrected. This is the tariffs correction. And if I use this level right here, again, the 480.90, bring it on that level. See where we're at. We're almost at the 450 level. The 750 level. So scenario number two, market goes higher, they fix it, they shake hands, they're buddies again. We go up higher, we ramp up, we reach 750, 748, 750. That's where we enter. That's where we enter bear market, or we crash. It has to correct somehow, somewhere, right? Normally you would get like one major correction every year, or two for it to be healthy. But I think right now we're at a level where we may correct a few percent and then go back higher, and then God knows where we're gonna be. So we got two scenarios. Either we are in it now, we're heading into a bear market, or they shake hands, we reach 750, and we correct. Let me know your thoughts.